allows you to design actual I/O library that otherwise you cannot do by virtue of the limits that are on the actual mat hole connections. So this is pretty significant advantage. How about ESD cell size? It's pretty obvious. You're saying, why? We are designing for meeting 2 kVA HBM. So now you are designing for meeting 1 kV HBM. So then it's, ESD cell would be smaller. Well, actually it's a bit more complicated than that. It's not that you can simply take an ESD cell and cut it in a half and now you pass 1 kV. The reason is there are certain parameters in the ESD cells that do not scale. Okay? So for instance, if you have an isolated cell, so isolated from, with an isolation, so isolated from the substrate, it is very likely that the design rules for the isolations are what actually are dictating the size of the cell. So even if you reduce the active part of the cell that is carrying the current in half, you still have a large isolation. So overall, you do not reduce by 50%, but maybe you reduce 20%.